is him moving up the weight, but we know the money is him with lower Canelo and Floyd Mayweather at the lower weight class.
No, I don't blame him. I think he's doing the right thing. I think Tom Leffler is doing a good job. So and I think there's such a big fight, the Canelo fight. You really want to exhaust any and all opportunities. You don't want to just walk away from it.
What's the fight of any era that you've always wanted to see that you never got made?
Which one I would have liked to see? Well, you mean like actual fights, or like just like maybe Hopkins against some of those guys back in the days, but and I think you would have done very well. I'm a big Bernard Hopkins fan.
Or maybe something that could have been made, like maybe like Mayweather and like Barrera or Morales. That was a little bit more.
Yeah, actually, if you think about it, we really got to see in the last 10, 15 years, we got to see a lot of good fights.
Mm-hmm.
We saw, sometimes maybe we would have wished they would have happened a bit earlier than they actually did. But you really had fighters who fought everybody, and there were a lot of exciting matchups, and I think that's what we need to do again, because there are exciting fighters out there, and we need to fight each other.
Why do you think it's so hard for Triple G to find opponents?
Maybe he's so good. I think it's still a little bit risk and reward. He's so dangerous, and yeah, he brings money, but he doesn't really bring he brings a lot of money, but not that much money. So I think that risk-reward factor is still a bit there, and I think that's what it really is.
Wouldn't you think, though, that it's almost kind of a forgivable loss to lose against him just because, right?
I agree. I mean, not just with him, but with anyone. If you lose against the best,
Right.
It doesn't mean you need to go back in line. If you're exciting, you're exciting. People, if you have a fan base, you have a fan base. They're not suddenly going to drop you because, you see it in other sports as well. When the Lakers lost almost every game last year, there's still a lot of Lakers fans out there. I know how exciting they are, huh?
Yeah,
You covered that.
Yeah,
It's
they're like
amazing.
that. Yeah, it's really fun. It's fun. They're
Youth.
Yeah,
Youth.
exactly.
It's in boxing too. Youth.
Do you think that was a good idea by Kell Brook to move up, but still be considered an undefeated champion?
No, I think that was a great idea. He was even though I read somewhere Amir said that it might not have been such a good idea for him to move up and fight Canelo, but you know what? Did Amir Khan, or for that matter Kell Brook, lose any defense because they moved up? No, they didn't. And I tell you, Khan did a great job in those first few moments, confusing Canelo, and then he got hit. And Kell Brook fought an excellent fight against Golovkin, so. No, I think that I agree. I think they gain more fans. When you are in those big fights, you have a lot of media exposure as well. The media exposure is much bigger for a big fight than for a small fight. You have media from all over the world covering these fights, and that automatically makes you a better name, more of a household name. So Kell Brook definitely benefited hugely from his fight with Golovkin, and so did Amir Khan. Amir Khan is the kind of fighter who's never in a boring fight. There's so many great fights to do there with him.
If they fought, would you be in attendance for that? Amir Khan and Kell Brook?
Yes.
Yeah.
Just
to see that, right?
Amir is a very, 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 his whole family is a very good friends of mine. Known him forever. Great guy. Great family.
What did you think about Pacquiao's performance this weekend?
I sort of like what I expected. He was a big time favorite. I'm not really sure that I expected a knockout because he hasn't really knocked anybody out since 2009. Jesse Vargas is a pretty good fighter, so. But maybe a little bit disappointed that the knockout didn't happen. I think Freddie Roach said somewhere in an interview that he was a bit disappointed that Pacquiao didn't push more for the knockout.
What did you take of Mayweather being in attendance?
Well, you know, I read somewhere that Mayweather doesn't go to fights unless it's a Mayweather promotion or he's fighting the guy, but that's not really true. When I was here attending a fight at the Staples Center, Abner Mares against Leo Santa Cruz last year, or earlier this year, he was there. He didn't have nothing to do. So if he, likes to go to a fight, he goes to a fight. So I wouldn't really read too much into it, but I read as well somewhere that he opened the door for potential return. So that's really up to him. As I said a week ago, when I did the press conference for Mares and Cuellar, it's up to Floyd.
Some of us in the media were speculating with Floyd being ringside and you making this announcement already. We were like getting a little excited.
Hey Floyd, come on!
Well, Richard, now that you have your own promotions company, are you, as a banking, you're a former banker, right?
Yes.
Are you setting up your fighters like financially, like giving them financial literacy classes and setting them up with 401ks and, for the long term? Because I know you said you were paying them very well. And so how are you coaching them in that arena?
That's a great question. Well, I do have a lot of relationships in the financial world, and I do tell the fighters, and as I did when I was at Golden Boy, that it's very important to have your financial house in order, because if you don't, it's going to start weighing you down. So you need to make sure, first and foremost, as we all do, pay taxes. Because if you don't pay taxes, suddenly you find yourself in a hole, which is difficult to dig yourself out to. So get a great tax accountant, and especially for fighters who often fight in different states, different jurisdictions. Some of them don't know that they have to, if you fight in New York or in New Jersey or in Texas, whatever, you have to file tax returns in different states, and so you've got to get a good tax accountant. And as it relates to financial planning, set up some sort of an investment account. Most of these fighters are young, so put together the right team of financial advisors, put together an asset allocation.
How about medical expenses?
All of that, medical, buy a house, so you have some real assets. Yes, I mean, I offer that advice, and then it's going to be up to the fighters to take advantage of that.
Do you feel Canelo will have issues at middleweight finding opponents?
Canelo will have no issues ever finding opponents because, you see the commercial value Canelo brings to the table is substantially more than the commercial value Golovkin brings to the table. And there's nothing, I don't mean in a bad way for Golovkin. I'm a huge Golovkin fan. I think he's a terrific fighter. And I'm a big Canelo fan as well. So I don't have any, I'm just saying that if you are such a huge commercial draw, it's very easy to find opponents because everybody's going to want to fight you because it guarantees you pretty much the biggest payday. And we've seen that in the past where you had fighters which were commercially very marketable and brought a lot of money to the table because of their commercial clout, that there's a long line of guys who want to fight them.
Do you feel that, obviously the rumor is that Triple G and Canelo will fight in September, but do you feel leading up to that these guys are going to fight any top middleweight contenders? Or
well, if that fight with Golovkin and Jacobs happens,
that's a good fight.
I think I don't think we're going to see. I don't think that Golovkin is going to fight. Canelo after that, because I feel very strongly that Jacobs is going to win that fight against Golovkin.
How does Jacobs win that fight?
Well, he's totally underrated. You know, he can box, he can crack. I mean, you saw what he did in his last fight with Kid Chocolate. It was pretty impressive.
I believe he's on an 8-fight win streak, right? I think he's on an 8-fight win streak, 8 KO win streak, yeah.
Who he beat is somebody Golovkin never beat. He beat cancer.
Yeah.
And that is the ultimate challenge. I mean, he beat that. And if you have somebody who went through that, he has a different outlook on life. He has a different focus. He has beat somebody very few have beat, you know, certainly in the boxing world. And to come back from that and do what he did speaks for himself. So anybody who would count Danny Jacobs out is making a big mistake.
That's a valuable experience for sure. Thank you, Rich.